Back in my day, I bought a house for $1,000 and a pizza slice was 10 cents. I was making $1 a week. Me, mom, and people working the cornfields, a bunch of young gentlemen volunteers. Shut the freak up. Respectfully, of course. Also mention how inflation is a byproduct of expanding economy and compare the GDP of the 1850s to 2024. In today's economy, the divide between the rich and poor is expanding. The middle class is disappearing. A recent article came out saying that Gen Z do not agree that an income of $74K is the middle class. Today I want to show you how much income you need to make to be considered the middle class in 2024. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all things money and investing. First things first, let's define the lower, middle, and upper income brackets of 2023 standards according to the Monty Fool. First, we have the 20th percentile, which is the lower class, making between 0 to 30,000. Secondly, we have the 20th to 40th percentile, which is a lower middle class, which make between 30 to 55,000. Third, we have the middle class, which is the 40th to 60th percentile, which make between 55,000 to 90,000. Next, we have the 60th to 80th percentile, also known as the upper middle class, which make between 90,000 to 150,000. Lastly, we have the top 20% earners, which is the upper middle class, which make 150,000 and above. These figures have been recycled every year and are subjective. There are no official numbers to these income ranges because what really defines the middle class? A little bit about the ideology of the middle class where a majority of us can agree. 1. Having kids. 2. Being able to afford education. 3. Being able to buy a car. And 4. Being able to buy a house. If we can agree buying a house is being middle class, then $74,000 a year does not cut it. Real estate being a bigger driver of the wealth for the middle class, right now buying a house isn't for the middle class, it is for the upper middle class. That's because median sales price for a house at the end of 2023 is $431,000. Hypothetically, if someone with good credit tried to buy a house at the current national average at 7% interest rate, and also use the traditional rule of home buying says that we should have a down payment of 20% of the overall payment of the house to avoid paying principal mortgage insurance, or PMI, the reality is no one puts down 20%, and the average put down is 6% to 7% for a down payment. With that said, a first-time home buyer would have to save about $30K and have to borrow the rest, which would be $400K at 7%. With that said, your total monthly payment would be $3,250. That might be affordable for some middle class, but for the banks that still wouldn't be enough because they want to know that monthly payment is representing no more than 20% of that person's monthly income. In other words, triple that monthly payment, which works out to $9,000 a month or nearly $120,000 income to qualify for buying an average house today. This is why people are cynical about the middle class, and some people say it's an illusion. If we go back to 2023's bracket, being able to afford a house falls into the upper middle class income bracket. But if we were to redefine the middle class and take away the dream of a white picket fence, is it still the American dream for my American viewers? With that said, you have to define what is the definition of middle class. Please feel free to leave your definition of middle class in the comments below. If you appreciate all the hard work I put into making this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching, see you in the next video, and happy investing.